I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, Prez. I don't see them in here yet.
No problem, bro.
You want to know how you get the money? You want to know how you get the power? You want to know how you get the respect? First, you got to submit your life to Christ.
It's the key to life, submitting to Christ. Keep it right, walking in His light. You'll see the light.
The money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. Money, power, respect.
The key to life, submitting to Christ. Keep it right, walking in His light. You'll see the light.
The money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. Money, power, respect.
Yo, we on the road to the riches. Been a long time coming. Enough diamonds for the missus. For the cabinet's nothing. Anything your heart desire, the Lord got it. Some money in the kingdom graces. We all private. Look around, we all blink out. They hating our shine. We from private tenements, the streets of Palestine. We in the third heaven. Haters, they only in cloud nine. With the lightest from the ball with no need for sunshine. See, the Lord got it in His hands. Durable rockets and other ones holding a whole lot of cash. Imagine that. Hands to the sky and all gold. What you need more than gold, better than all stones. Gold and Ubaz, topaz and amethyst. I'm just clear crystal, white pearls and sardius. Look around, it's all marvelous. Walking in Christ, we done came up. My nation is prominent.
Submitting to Christ. Keep it right, walking in His light. You'll see the light.
The money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. Money, power, respect.
The key to life, submitting to Christ. Keep it right, walking in His light. You'll see the light.
The money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. Nations cringe when they see us speaking. I'm back with my God. I'm done being the ring. I'm done being the Haitian. No, it ain't like before. We got power with God. We ain't Jakes no more. Want my spirit to soar. Being trapped in these walls. In the prison here in darkness. Far away from the garden. It's all light up there. We can never die. Take my God form in a twinkling of an eye. Endure the suffering. Paul said it was nothing. Wrestling with demons. Principalities hunting our souls. Devils, they try to separate us from our God. The only power that can elevate us. 10,000 saviors all ringed by the thousands. Marching, witnessing the power on the mountain. He is Jesus Christ, Kings of Kings, Lord of Lords. That's what we do this for.
For the key to life, submitting to Christ. Keep it right, walking in His light. You'll see the light.
The money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. Money, power, respect.
The key to life, submitting to Christ. Keep it right, walking in His light. You'll see the light.
The money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. Money, power, respect.
Yo.
Just sit back and watch this. Respect it cause you hate it, but you never gonna stop this. The garment is spotless, the whips is topless. They flockless, we flying, no stress in the cockpit. Chosen of the Lord, fall back, we got this. See, we men of respect, a few of the best. We go hard, knowing really this is not our rest. You better respect the truth that we speak in the day. The Bible that we respect the swords, my man. It's time to execute vengeance. Resistance is futile, the force is tremendous. Feel me? The fear of the Lord is a strong confidence. And our position on top is obvious. The rightful owners, the rulers of the planet. The children of the birthright, heathens, they can't stand it.
Submitting to Christ. Keep it right, walking in His light. You'll see the light.
The money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. Money, power, respect.
The key to life, submitting to Christ. Keep it right, walking in His light. You'll see the light.
The money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. Money, power, respect.
Saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and He will dwell with them. And they shall be His people, and God Himself shall be with them and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more. Ain't no more rain, ain't no more pain, ain't no what you say, nigga. Bang, bang, bang. Ain't no kids born addicted to crack cocaine with ADHD. Man, that's so insane. You can't take no train, you can't take no plane. We gon' get fame everywhere where they put us to shame. In the name of Yahweh, gon' be praised and exalted. We gon' avenge the blood of the souls that was martyred, and we gon' walk on streets of gold. Wait a minute, let the spirit take control. We gon' be transformed in the twinkling of an eye. Seraphims and cherubims, we gon' be able to fly. And I know it sound like a fairy tale, but even Satan is afraid of hell. Come on and go with me, like my girl said in 3rd grade. Ain't no reason for the children to be afraid. And when you sleep at night, you ain't gotta be awakened in fright from the sound of a text spray. You ain't gotta be called no nigga, no speaker, no essay. Life is like a test, I guess I'm writing the essay. We out for them Jacksons like Jesse, trying to keep the lights on, trying to keep the kids warm. Mommy on the 3rd time and daddy is gone, killed by some little nigga named Sean, who wanted to be a king, but he was just a pawn. But this pawn was on, and now daddy gone, and now mommy mourns, and the kids live born without a father figure, being abused by a lot of niggas. Mommy try to master pain with a lot of liquor and Percocets. Now his son is 15 and he's smoking that wet, cause niggas said he gay like Kanye, so he walk around the way with a tech and a bulletproof vest. Come on and go with me. We're the Saints, ain't a football team. The best rappers is the Byzantine kings, and the things I'm speaking haven't been heard, haven't been seen. You couldn't think about it in your very best dream. Think of Cancun and tanning on the beach. Think of Puerto Rico and riding jet skis, and you still wouldn't come close to this. A land where Bill Gates wouldn't be considered rich. A land where Bill Gates wouldn't even exist. And the walls is made with precious stones like amethyst. I know you thinking in your mind, what land is this? New Jerusalem, the holy city, where broke brothers got more money than P. Diddy. When I say G Unit, I ain't talking about 50. God's unit, come on and go with me. Come on and go with me. Come on and go. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zabalawan, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali, and Issachar. Come on, this is for y'all. Come on and go with Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zabalawan, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali, and Issachar. This is for y'all.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. All praises due to Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. Kwam Yasha Allah, Kwam Yasha Allah. Hey, General Yashabim, can you hear us over there? Doesn't seem like it. Prez, you can hear me, right?
Khan, I can hear you.
Yashabim. He can hear us, man. You know what's crazy? Prez, we just got off of the phone with Marty. I just tried to call him 2 times. He's not picking up.
Hey, I know we just I thought he was getting on.
Mm-hmm.
You know he'll be here soon, though.
Elder Raymond, you got anything you want to bring up before we get started? Because I think I hear us at all.
All praises to the Most High. Just giving him, giving the Almighty praise. Just an honor to be here this morning, and I just will sit back and interject as the Spirit leads.
So the reason that we're here, to the people coming into the room, as you come in the room, go ahead and give a thumbs up, is to teach folks how to properly keep the high holy day of Purim. Now, hold on. Someone speak for a minute. Yashabim's calling. Hey, Raymond, you are pressed. Speak for a minute. I'm on the phone with Yashabim.
Go ahead, Press. Wow, he just fell out. I think Press just fell out. He muted. Yeah, no.
Shalom, shalom. No, my bad. My phone had dropped signal, so I had to get back into the room. I think it wouldn't even allow me to speak at the moment. You still there, Raymond Elder?
Khan.
Yeah, I text Yashabin, I'm guessing he called Taz now, so if anybody want to say Shabbat Shalom to everyone.
Oh no, I'm here, Price. I was
Okay.
talking to Yashabim on the jack.
Okay.
They don't have
Yeah.
audio over there. We could see them, but they can't even hear us. Nor can they talk back.
So they'd pretty much be viewing it then. They still see everything, right?
Well, he said he was gonna get someone to chime in from their phone. I'm gonna call Malachi because I had one of those brothers as a reader.
Yeah, but the other ones got the live stream too, right? They got the email for it, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Everybody did. Everyone did. Yeah, I want a Malachi as a reader, man.
Okay.
Let me give him a call, man. Yeah, this should have been done earlier this morning, man. Really. When I do this kind of stuff, I tested before. Hold on, let's see if I can get Malachi. Oh, I told him. Hey, Shalom. Hey, yo, they don't have a computer over there?
No, they don't.
Yeah. I need one of you guys as a reader, man. Yashabim doesn't have a computer there. I told him to use his laptop, man. He said that thing was a computer, but it doesn't have audio. That guy should have showed him how to use this thing, man. You're rinsing it out. Just bear with us, folks. What this lesson is about is how to properly hold Purim, High Holy Day.
Okay, so the StreamYard, on the StreamYard, and then like that. Let me see if I'm Khan, did you send me the StreamYard link?
Yeah, I sent that early this morning. I sent it to you. I sent it to Benaiah. None of those guys are one.
Kahan, I thought that they all were gonna. Salaki.
What was that, Elder Raymond?
Yeah, I thought that they all were going to have their laptops there as part of the.
I never travel without my laptop. I never travel without my laptop. You would think that they would have.
Yeah.
But then that's just me.
So they just have that one big. They just have that one big screen.
Yeah, they have a TV that's supposed to be a computer, but it doesn't have any audio.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're good now.
All right. Hey, let me get Malachi as a reader, man. The other guys that didn't log on, they don't even worry about it. You and Malachi can read, General Yashabin. The other guys the link was sent to, don't even worry about it. It happened too many times, man. I sent this early this morning, man. They wasn't even picking up the phone.
Hey, Malachi's backstage.
What do you mean he's backstage?
We're going to use Malachi's audio
Yeah, so what do you mean he's backstage, though? I don't get it.
on StreamYard.
No, he's not connected. It's not connected. He needs to go out and come back in. He's not fully connected. The device is not connected. He tried to come in, but it didn't come all the way in. He just left out now. Tell him to try and reconnect. So, folks, what's going on here to the listening audience? Once again, welcome to another True Disciples of Christ Bible study. And what we're going over today is Purim. To those of you that's actually unfamiliar with this, probably a lot of people doesn't know how to, keep Purim. A lot of you don't keep the high holy days. You're supposed to be keeping the high holy days. If you're not keeping the high holy days, the Most High is not bestowing blessings on you. And there's a lot of madness been going on, throughout the true disciples of Christ, and a lot of discord and disrespect going on. People that don't have respect for authority, and anyone that doesn't have respect for the rank structure that we have here. Shalom, have a nice day. We don't need you. You don't need to be here. But we don't need that kind of energy. If we have to break this down to 3 or 2 people and build it back up through the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, that's what we'll do. So we sent out a listing of the order several times. And last time I checked, Elder Raymond was an elder. Elder Marty was an elder. I myself being the Kahan, and Yasha being the general. And on down, and so from the captains and so on down to the officers. Anyone that has a problem with that rank structure, we don't need you. Shalom, have a nice day. Anytime I'm not present or something like that, General Yashabim's in charge. Whatever General Yashabim says goes. Who doesn't like it, shalom, have a nice day. Because I don't give a damn how long. I've been in the truth. So we don't care about that. We're dealing with people's spirits, and we're dealing with being able to, properly interact with brethren. So it really bothers me, Elder Raymond, that Purim is a high holy day that you're supposed to be celebrating. That this is one of the most significant high holy days of the year, in that this is a time that you're supposed to be married. So when the general have to call us and say, oh yeah, there's been some discord going on, people taking shots at him, that's not appropriate, man. That's not the spirit of Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. That's the wrong spirit. Some brothers, they just like to be around the debate. That's not what this is about, man. This is about altering spirits and touching people's soul and turn them into the truth. Yeah, I've been in truth 9-10 years. No, you've been in your truth. You haven't been in the truth. You've been in your truth. And this is where you keep camp hopping. A lot of you cats, man, you just go from YouTube channel to YouTube channel. And so you're a little bit of everyone. But your spirit's not right. I mean, let me tell you this, man. I could see people having difficulties getting along with me. You know what I'm talking about, my good brother Perez? I could see people having problems with Tazadak because I'm a straight shooter. And if I see something messed up about you, I'm going to point it out. And people don't like people like that. Well, roger that. I don't give a damn if you like me or not. My job is to tell you the truth. And Malachi, get John 8 and 32. And I'm gonna tell all of you, if something was wrong down here, man, and people that try and conceal that, you're just as wicked as the ones that was out of order. You're just as wicked. Can they hear us over there? Can you hear us, Melika?
Khan, I can hear you, but
right.
Benai is gonna read because I have to hold the mic to my phone so everybody in this building can hear
All
you.
right. All right, roger that. Yeah, the mic is too close to the phone. It needs to back off a little bit. I would recommend leaning it against something instead of holding it. Feedback might be coming from the holding it up. And someone, let's get the book of Proverbs, 17 and 15, because the Most High set this thing up. So we don't really care. We're not concerned about what others think. And if you try and justify someone they going off in their wickedness, it's because you're wicked and your spirit is off.
Test this. You got feedback?
No, you're good now. You're good.
There we go. I'll hold it for you, man.
Yeah. All right. This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
That's our job. Our job is to tell the truth. Might hurt some people's feelings and so on and so forth. But our job is to tell the truth. The truth is gonna make you mad. Especially if you are wrong. People don't like to be told that they're wrong. When their spirits are off. There's a lot of movement going around there, man. I would kind of recommend like leaning the mic on something if you can. So it would be more stationary because we're picking it up. So if you're wrong, if you're off, if you don't have a respect for authority and rank structure, then shalom, have a nice day. Because that means you're not disciplined. I don't give a damn how many scriptures you think you know. That means you're not disciplined, man. And you're not cut out for this. You know what I mean? It's all about respect and structure. If you can't follow that, you're not even cut out to be a man of the Most High, man. The Most High gave rank structures throughout the scriptures. That's why we do it over here. Let's get Proverbs 17 and 15. And I got something for those of you. Nah. I didn't see nothing wrong. Everything was cool. So what, General Yasha being lying? Au contraire. Let's get Proverbs 17, 15 off.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 15. Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee.
No, that's not Proverbs 17 and 15.
17 and 15.
It says 7. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked.
Okay, stop. Anyone that try and justify a wicked man that's going off, that's causing discord amongst the brethren, is because you're a damn abomination to the Most High, that power. Now, I didn't see anything wrong. Because you're an abomination to the Lord, the Most High, that power. Read it again from the top.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked.
Yeah, wicked man is a man that don't respect rank structure. He don't care about a damn thing. All he wants to do is debate. I want to show you how intelligent he is, always trying to impress people. We don't need that kind of spirit, man. Go ahead, read on.
And he that condemneth the just.
Yeah, you trying to... he can't get along with Yashabin, man. Malachi, you got a problem getting along with Yashabin? Malachi, you ever have a problem with General Yashabin?
Yeah, speak up.
No.
What about you, Prez? What do you think about General Yashabin, Prez?
Man, beautiful soul, man. Very humble man. He go to bat for people, man. I ain't never had a with him.
What about you, Elder Raymond? What happened to Elder Raymond? He fell out?
No, I'm still here.
What do you think about General Yashabin, Elder Raymond? You ever have a problem with General Yashabin?
I have the utmost respect for him. I'm probably twice his age, but I still respect his office, and that's what we all need to do. Uh,
What about you?
this is about the spirit.
Come on, what about you, Elder Martin? Have a problem with General Yashabi?
Khan, General Yashib is first class, man, all the time, man. He's very helpful, and he's a loyal servant to the Most High, and he's an asset to the brotherhood and to you also, Khan, and there's me as well.
Now here's a man that gets along with. I mean, I'm gonna just keep it real, right? As they say, I could comprehend people not liking me, right? Because I'm saying, man, I go into gorilla mode. I just let them have it. You know, if you wrong, I'm pointing out, saying you wrong. I don't give a damn if you don't like it. That's the bottom line, right? Again, people don't like people like that, but Jalen Yashabim, he gets along with everybody. He's a little more mellow. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, he'll give him the benefit of a doubt. I'm like, nah, he's wrong. You need to fix that. So they don't like a dude like me, but who can't get along? If you can't get along with General Yashabin, you got a problem with yourself, man. Understand that. There's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with your spirit, and you need to check yourself. So now, what's really troubling about this is that people gather, some members of T-Dot, True Disciples of Christ, gather for Purim. Obviously, these guys want to debate. You don't even want the holy day is supposed to represent. You a disgrace to the Most High. On Purim, it's not a time to be debating and be contentious and engage in polemics. That day itself is supposed to be a time of celebration and to be married. What you're supposed to be doing is given to the poor on this day. But you want to argue and debate. So let me start with, we must keep, if you're saying that you're in the truth, we must keep these high holy days. And you should never be arguing with a rank structure that the Most High is actually sit in place. If you don't believe the Most High sit it in place, shalom, have a nice day. We don't need you. You know how many people we don't replace? We don't need you. What are you giving us? La'ah. See, let me educate folks, and probably some of the other people that's on the call, you're going to learn. Because you probably read it in the scriptures, but you didn't quite comprehend it. Because the Most High has to give you understanding about this stuff. So, Purim story, it comes from the Megillah, right? Also known as the book of Esther. And so what's supposed to be happening on the day of Purim, you're supposed to read that noise, the background noise is like really noisy. If you guys could put the mic down, it would be better just to sit it down somewhere. What really supposed to happen is you're supposed to read the book of Esther at the beginning of the day and a second reading at the end of the day. What happened in the book of Esther essentially took place in the ancient kingdom of Persia, now known as modern day Iran, or as some of you say, Iran. Now it starts out as Persia's kings, Ahasuerus is entertaining his friend at the palace. Then he orders his wife. Who's calling me at this time, man? He ordered his wife to appear before them and dance. And so Esther states that he asked her to come wearing only her crown. So he told her to come naked. Nothing else on. Which most, when you deal with most scholars, they interpret it as a demand to dance in the nude. You consider that a Monday prostitute. So when his wife, Vashti, refuses, Ahasuerus banishes her from the kingdom. Because like I said, when you deal with antiquity, there ain't no damn such thing as I'm a black queen. The king ruled the kingdom. He could have the queen cast out. And that's what he did. So the queen was banished from the kingdom. And so seeking a new queen, he commands the kingdom, all the young women, to appear before him, and he chooses the most beautiful one. Guess who he choose? You guessed it, Elder Raymond. He chose Esther. He chose Esther as his new consort. And so Esther is a member of the kingdom's people that's often prosecuted. The Israelite minorities. Like they call you in this day and time. They still call you minorities. But she doesn't reveal her nationality, that she's an Israelite. Why? Because she'll fall out of favor with the king. So she didn't want the king to know that she was Yasha Allah, one of the children of Yahweh. Now, in between ridding himself of one wife and acquiring a new one, Ahasuerus, he appoints one of his advisors, Haman. Haman was wicked as hell. So Haman is appointed as the king's or the kingdom's new viceroy. So Haman, he's ambitious, but he's also power hungry, like many of you. You love to be like Esau. You just want to live like Esau, power hungry. Like you argue, oh yeah, I've been in the truth 10 years. I can't, who the hell is Yashabin? I can't let him, I've been in the truth. Yeah, okay, well, Roger that. We don't need you, huh? We don't need you. We don't need that kind of, we need structure. We need discipline, man. You understand what I'm talking about, Elder Marty?
Brother, absolutely.
We don't need that vibration. You know why? Because it would take root and that infection would begin to spread throughout the body. And we don't need that. Hamashiach said, if your eye affect you, cut it out. If your arm affect you, cut it off. You understand? Because it's going to infect the entire body. You got to eliminate it. You catch a small problem before it becomes big. Do we have a hold on anyone, Marty? We got a hold on anyone here, Elder Raymond?
No.
Handcuff anyone to make them stay?
No, and they can get to stepping anytime they feel that we do.
Elder Raymond, you got anyone handcuffed?
No. Not at all.
So anyone that doesn't think that we're spiritual over here, anyone that doesn't think that we're spiritual over here, Perez, why would they be around us?
That's a real good question, ain't it? Why would they?
Why waste your time around us? Go and follow your spiritual leaders. Why are you around us? Because we don't need that vibration. So I'm going to just kick it real. See, a lot of people, they don't like to tell the truth, man. I'm going to speak the damn truth, man. We don't need that vibration around us, man. Let's get back to this, man. Let's get back to this, man. So now, Ahasuerus appoints Haman as his advisor. Haman is ambitious. He's power hungry, like a lot of you. You talk bad about the next man. You want to make him look bad. Yeah. General Yashabin, yeah. Only been in the truth for 6 months. Ain't no more than him. That's a demon, man, right there. You trying to make him look bad for you on a high holy day. Obviously, people don't understand what this day is supposed to represent. This is why I got to go into it. Because the same thing that went on that these Edomites was doing to Yasha Allah, this is what you guys are down there doing to each other, man. And you can't even call me a liar. You can't even call me a liar, man. And it's an embarrassment that two new sisters had to gather it and see this nonsense go on and think that's the way that we are. You understand what I'm talking about, Elder Raymond Price? You got two sisters that's coming into this, and they have to see this as an example. Oh, that's what they act like? It's no different than the Christians. Bad example, man. See, there's lack of discipline, man. And it's an embarrassment, and it's not who we are. So, Haman is ambitious and power hungry. And he insists that everyone in the kingdom bow down to the king. Now, I used to study a lot of different martial arts. And one of the traditions that they have, my good brother Prez, is they want you to bow. And my teacher, they used to call him Master Brick. And I said, I'm not going to bow, and I'm not calling you master. He had a problem with that. He said, well, you can't be in this class. I said, well, I only bow to my Supreme Allahim. I'm not bowing to you, and I'm not calling you master. And after we sat down and taught, he changed that. I said, all praise is due to Yahweh wa Yahweh Shah. I never bowed, and I never called him master. And he respected me because he understood where I was coming from. Respect. Now, Haman, he wanted even the Israelites to bow down to this king. Israelites, we don't stand up when we go to court. Did you stand up, Marty? We don't stand up when they say all rise. We stay seated. Why?
No way.
Because standing up when someone comes in the room is showing the same thing, because remember, where Esau, everything's topsy-turvy. He reversed everything. It's the same as you bowing down with your face prostrated on the ground. It's showing honor to the robe, which is a priestly robe that operates in darkness. You know, a priestly robe like this right here, that I got on. That's what the robe comes out in. He wants you to rise to him. I stay seated. I only rise and bow to my Supreme Allahim. No one else. So this is what Haman wanted Israelites to do, to bow to the king, Ahasuerus. And so Haman complains to the king that the Israelites are disrespecting his laws and are conspiring against his rule. See, that's how the devil works. That's how you know when the spirit of Satan gets in someone. So Ahasuerus agrees to allow Haman to kill all the kingdoms of Israelites. Kill them all. So Haman casts a series of lots. Lots. The word is lot. To those of you that don't understand what Purim is, that's what it means. Lot. The word Purim, when you look it up in the Ibrit, it means lots. You understand? So, what is your lot? Your lot. See, the Most High has lots for all of us. And this is what people don't get. General Yasha being a general, that's the lot that the Most High has for him. The Most High didn't give you that lot. You understand what I'm saying? The Most High gave me a lot of being able to teach people how to free themselves from bondage commercially and to give it to them spiritually. Are you in disagreement, my good brother Price? He gave me that lot. There's a lot of people that want to come around, they try to do it, but they don't last that long, Price. They last a few years. Then you see them, they gone. The doc is still here. What I tell him is, Elder Raymond, this is Yahweh's work. What I tell him, Marty, we ain't going nowhere. How can you kill a man that's living in the people? You can't. I'm putting out books and all of that. They got to kill a lot of people to kill me, man. You got to go and kill people in Australia, in Germany, in Africa, in Canada. You got to kill a lot of people to kill Tazadah, because I'm living through the people. So I don't fear them. This is why I walk as if I don't fear a thing. Because they could only kill the body. That's carnal. I fear him that can destroy the body and the soul. Malachi, he has a lot. If anyone can't see that Malachi has a spiritual, and the young brother is very articulate, very intelligent, I was telling General Yashabim this morning, man, we need to put Malachi somewhere in charge, man, because the brother's spirit is in the right place. The brother is more convicted than people that's been around for a year or more. The brother is showing himself to be approved. He's studying to be approved. You don't see that same spirit coming from people that's been around for a while. And you can't even call me a liar, man. So that's his lot, man. So that's what Lot saw. Whatever the Most High gave you, that's your lot. Most High, some lots that people gave people, Most High gave some people is to be wicked. And that's your lot. You always want to debate. You see how they come on my channel, Elder Marty?
And disrespectful sometimes.
Yeah, the guy the other night, right? That's his lot. He want to come and debate a debtor. That's a debate. It's an argument. It's polemics. I don't have anything to prove. See, people that have something to prove, they always want to debate. They have a need to prove someone else wrong. Why? Because they're not rooted in themselves. They're not rooted in themselves. So Haman cast a series of lots. Purim, meaning lot. Purim, meaning lots. If you didn't know what it meant, now you know what it means. So he cast a series of lots to determine the specific day on which to massacre of all the Israelites was going to take place. And you want to argue with the general? Do you understand what this day represents? The Israelite man of the city gates happens to be Esther's uncle. He was a clever man. Mordecai. I didn't say Malachi, I said Mordecai. Mordecai was a very clever man. So as word gets about Haman's plan, he hastened to Esther's palace and begs her to intercede with the king. So Mordecai told Esther, hey, you got to stop this king. He's going to kill all of our people. Esther was hesitant. Esther had a little fear in her. Even that she was a queen. She was with a man of another nation. She risked a death sentence by appointing herself to approach the king without an invitation. See, people, these Eves in this world, they really don't know how it goes, man, because they don't know history. They don't know antiquity. Don't you know the queen couldn't just go and ask the king anything without an invitation? No one could just go to the king, man. This Egyptology stuff got you guys all messed up, man. You had to have an invitation to talk to the king, even if he was his wife, his queen. Don't believe me? Go and check it out for yourself. Now you want to talk, oh, you guys are wrong. No, you don't believe what you say you do, and you don't comprehend what you claim to know. It's not chauvinism. It's the way that the Most High made it. So Esther is hesitant. So what did Esther do? Most of you probably don't know, before the day of Purim, we're supposed to fast. Understand? We're supposed to fast like Esther did. It's in remembrance to Esther, because before Esther went to the king, her husband, Esther was fasting. So after fasting and reflecting for 3 days, Esther finally gets the courage. She puts on her finest clothes. You know how Eve does. Eve will get right. So that spirit of temptation jumped on Esther a little bit. She put on her finest garments, prize, and she throws herself at the king's mercy. And so when he learns that his beloved wife is an Israelite, is a Jew, he instantly retracts his order for her peoples to be slaughtered and demands that Haman be hanged instead. See, Esther turned the king into a simp. Esther must have really put it on him. You hear what I'm saying, Marty? Esther must have really put it on him because he called back the order not to have all his people. But she put it on him, man. You know what I'm saying, Pat? Esther put it on him. He was about, here's a king that was about to slaughter the entire kingdom, press. Man, Esther that put on a fine linen, man, went on there, changed his whole minds. Don't kill none of them. Instead, he gave an order to hang Haman, the man that came up with. So, what happens? Haman, that wicked, evil Edomite that was plotting against the Israelites, is hung. And as his viceroy, Mordecai is placed in his place. The very man who he defiled. So Mordecai and his allies, they extracted further revenge on their enemies. This is, see, you guys don't know this. You want to argue with the General Yashabim and debate the General Yashabim. Don't you know before Purim comes in, the day before Purim, you're supposed to be keeping the destruction of Nicanor, because the celebration is for putting the Edomites to death. Now you can read that in the book of First Maccabees. If I have time, we're going to go into it. See, people think they know what this holy day is about, but they don't. So the destruction of Nicanor. Who was he? He was an Edomite. He was an Edomite that the Israelites beheaded. And they celebrated. This is why you're supposed to be celebrating, not debating each other, man. Don't you understand all Israelites was about to be put to death, man? That was in this kingdom? And you want to argue amongst each other? You're disgracing the day. You're disgracing what the day represents. You're supposed to be celebrating the forthcoming destruction of those wicked nations that's been afflicting us, not warring against each other. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So the destruction of Nicanor is supposed to be celebrated before Purim. One day before. So essentially what happened, man, Haman, he encountered the Israelite man, Mordecai, at the city gate. The Israelite men refused to bow to him. Haman became furious. He went and complained to the king that the Israelites was disrespecting his laws and even conspiring to rule against him. In the meantime, Haman was planning to overthrow the king. So this is why Haman cast these lots, or Purim, said properly, to determine the specific day on which the massacre of all Israelites would take place. Now, you want to debate on this day, on this high holy day? Man, you guys are nothing but some Negro toting Bible thugs. That's all you are, man. Your spirit's not in the right place. So all of the Israelite men at the city gate, they was unwilling to bow. And one of them happened to be Esther's uncle, Mordecai. Mordecai ended up taking Haman's place. So how are anyone debating with the general based on what this day is supposed to be represent? You're supposed to be married. This is supposed to be one of the most merriest days of the year. No arguing. What are the rituals that mark this high holy day? Traditionally, the Israelites often fast one day before the day of Purim, just as Esther fasted, presenting herself before the king. Then on the day of Purim, the people gathered in the temple to hear the Megillah read aloud, meaning the book of Esther. And to those of you unaware, again, Megillah is Hebrew scroll. And you can put whichever book you want out of that Hebrew scroll. Typically on the day of Purim, you'll read the book of Esther. Any of the 5 scariest books for the Ketuvim can be read, which is the 3rd division of what they refer to as the Old Testament. Depending on the festivity, some festivities, the Song of Solomon is read. That's usually read on the Shabbat, the Song of Solomon, for Passover week. The book of Ruth is generally read on Shavuot. Lamentations of Jeremiah is usually read on Tisha. Ecclesiastes of the Shabbat week is usually read on Sukkot. And the book of Esther on Purim. So the reading of Esther on Purim is prescribed in the Mishnah. So whenever Haman's name is mentioned, the traditions of the Israelite dictate that they congratulate and shout. They make as much noise as possible on devices in order to drown out his evil name. You understand? And so it is with the other demon, the Edomite demon, on the destruction of Nicanor. You drown that name out. There should be no arguing. There should be no debating. You're supposed to be coming together in love. In a true Israelite gathering, Purim isn't just a day to celebrate. It's also a moment to feel gratitude. So how will anyone be challenging the general on this day? You're supposed to be feeling gratitude for our forefathers and our people's continual survival and to give back to those in need. What you're supposed to be doing on this day is giving to the poor, to people that can't afford it. On Purim, Israelites give gifts to the needy. You understand? You're supposed to be giving gifts to the needy by donating to other Israelites that don't have it. Mostly in the form of party favors from the Purim celebrations. Go and give someone some food, man. Don't why you arguing. Go and give someone some food. And mostly that kind of food on Purim with sweets and nuts. This is what we're supposed to be doing, man. You debating with the general? Let's get the book. Give me the book of Maham. Give me the book of Maham 1 and 15. Mahum. Maham. It's a very short book in the Bible. Someone give me the book of Maham 1 and 15. Someone give me the book of Judges 5 and 11. That's proof. All of you are obliged to keep these high holy days, man. If you don't keep these high holy days, stop calling yourself an Israelite, man.
Book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 15. Behold, upon the mountains, the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publisheth peace. O Judah, keep thy solemn feasts.
Do what? Now he's saying Judah, but he's talking to the whole nation of Yasha Allah. You are obliged to keep these feasts. If you're into Christianity, you're not keeping these feasts, then you're not serving the power of the Bible. If you're into Islam and you're not keeping these feasts, then you're not serving the Elohim of the Bible. You're serving their God, Nebulis, or something like that. But you're not serving the Most High. You're not serving the supreme Elohim of the Bible. Go ahead, read.
O Judah, keep thy solemn feasts, perform thy vows, for the wicked shall no more pass through thee. He is utterly cut off.
So Ishur is going to be utterly cut off. In the Ibrit, Lashawam Kadash, Arawam is going to be utterly cut off. You understand? He's going to be utterly cut off. In the Greek, Idumea is going to be utterly cut off. From there, let's get to the book of Judges 5 and 11.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
Okay, so what should they be doing, Benaiah? Rehearsing the righteous acts of the supreme Elohim. Keeping these high holy days, in other words. These are the righteous acts you're supposed to be rehearsing. How do you rehearse them? By doing them. By doing them. Go ahead, read.
Even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Yasharallah. Then shall the people of the supreme Elohim go down to the gates.
Anyone got anything they want to bring up before I continue? Elder Marty, Elder Raymond, got anything?
Hey, our connection froze. What was that you said after he finished reading?
What was that, Yashabin? You talking to me?
Khan, when Benaniah finished reading,
Oh no, I asked, does anyone have anything they want to bring out before I continue on?
I got something to say real quick, Khan.
Right.
Real quick, this family and this brotherhood is something that you put together, and it's a very special thing, and that is what we are all about, is to show love and respect towards each other. And we don't need that type of spirit over here, and anybody doesn't respect the Khan's rule, all due and praises to our Father Creator. They don't need to interact with us, and we don't need you. And we really mean that, because we really are tired of that kind of stuff, people entering the body and then wanting to corrupt it. And we're not going to stand for it anymore. And we're going to call them out. And that's all I got to say.
Elder Raymond, you got anything? You're pretty silent. Both you and Perez. You got anything?
Yeah. Khan. I agree with Brother Marty on that. And the two words that I find most important during this time is love and spirit. And we find people that's walking in the carnality of their mind uh, concerning, being disruptive and whatnot. That's not love. That's not showing love at all. And that's truly living in the spirit of Yahweh. So those that are not walking in the truth and is not really looking to edify this body, you're going to expose yourself. That's just the bottom line. You're going to be exposed. by the Most High, but he's going to, and we will be watching you.
Con. So like I said, man, if anyone knew anything before the Purim, you were supposed to be celebrating the destruction of Nicanor, which was a wicked Edomite that the Israelites ended up beheading. And you're supposed to be celebrating and being merry over his destruction. And the Most High allows that thing. And we're going to go into it. We're going to go into it. Someone get the book of Judges. You just read that, right? Benaiah, Judges 5 and 11.
Go on.
All right, let's go into First Mac. Someone got an apocryphal with him? Let's get First Mac, the 7th chapter, verse 37. We're not going to read all of it. If you guys want to read all of it, you can start from verse 1. But we're going to start from this 7th chapter, verse 37.
Book of First Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 37.
Now, this is talking about Nicanor, a wicked Edomite. So, in conjunction with Purim, we're supposed to be celebrating the destruction of Nicanor, which was a wicked Edomite. Go read.
Thou, O Elohim, didst choose this house to be called by thy name, and to be a house of prayer and petition for thy people.
So how the house going to be called by the Most High's name if we got unclean spirits in there arguing in it? General Yasha being put together something, man. He put this together all by himself, man. That shows you how grateful Negroes are, Mark. You see what I'm saying, Elder Raymond? But where's the gratitude? Hey, General Yasha, I'm gonna throw you a little extra money for putting this together by yourself. Where's the gratitude? People just take things for granted, man. Only thing you got to do is show up. Everything's in place for you. This take coordination, man. Brother had to coordinate to get the building, had to coordinate for the food. What did you do? All you got to do is show up. They must have this confused, man, with a church's soup kitchen. Okay, y'all should be.
Verse 38. Be avenged of this man and his host, and let them fall by the sword.
So it's talking about Nicanor. They're going to fall by the sword, and he did. Read on.
Remember their blasphemies.
Yeah, you got to remember the blasphemy of Idumea. Remember the blasphemy of Idumea.
And suffer them not to continue any longer.
Now, Mikael, someone was talking about, Yasha Beam hasn't been in the truth that long, and so you know how the Negro spirit gets, man. Go ahead, read.
So Nicanor went out of Jerusalem and pitched his tents in Bethoron, where a host out of Syria met him.
Mm-hmm.
But Judas pitched in Adasa with 3,000 men, and there he prayed, saying, O Yahweh, when they that were sent from the king of the Assyrians blasphemed, thy angel went out and smote 185,000 of them. Even so, destroy thou this host before us this day.
That's what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, how you arguing with each other when you're supposed to be doing this? This is what the day is supposed to represent. The day before Purim, you're supposed to be celebrating the destruction of Adawan, Idumean, Nicanor, the evil leader. Okay, read.
That the rest may know that he hath spoken blasphemously against thy sanctuary, and judge thou him according to his wickedness. So the 13th day of the month, Adar, The host joined battle.
So stop. So now this is where I get it from. So you can't say I'm making it up. So one day before Purim, because Purim takes place on the 14th day. Can everyone see that? The 13th day, you're supposed to celebrate the destruction of Nicanor, a wicked Edomite. Read.
The host joined battle, but Nicanor's host was discomfited, and he himself was the first slain in the battle.
See that?
Now, when Nicanor's host saw that he was slain, they cast away their weapons and fled.
Take off their head, and the body falls also. Read on.
Then they pursued after them a day's journey from Adasa to Gasera, sounding an alarm after them with their trumpets. Whereupon they came forth out of all the towns of Judea, round about, and closed them in, so that they, turning back upon them that pursued them, were all slain with the sword, and not one of them was left.
See that? All put to death. This is going to repeat itself again, man. This is what's coming to Ishur according to prophecy. This is what you're supposed to be celebrating. You're supposed to be married. You're supposed to be making merry. You want to debate about how long the general been in the truth? The Most High set this thing up.
Verse 47. Afterwards, they took the spoils and prayed and smote off Nicanor's head.
See that? He beheaded him. This Edomite got beheaded, man. And the Israelites are celebrating. Do you understand? Guess what you're celebrating? On the destruction of Nicanor? Him being beheaded. Why? Because he was wicked.
And his right hand, which he stretched out so proudly and brought them away and hanged them up.
A lot of you Negroes are proud. A lot of you Negroes got this spirit of Ishur on you, and you're proud.
And hanged them up towards Jerusalem.
See that? So you understand what's going on here, Elder Raymond? They chopped his head off. They chopped off his right hand, which he will always stretch out so proudly. Hi, Hitler! Remember, he put that damn hand up? Most High is going to tell you what you do with that hand, man.
God.
They chopped that damn hand off. He used to stretch it out so proudly. Most High cut that thing off. He put the spirit in Israel to cut it off. Go ahead, read. They hung his hands towards Jerusalem. You see that?
Khan, verse 48. For this cause thy people rejoiced greatly, and they kept that day, a day of great gladness. Moreover, they adorn to keep yearly this day, being the 13th day, the 13th of Adar. Thus the land of Judah was in rest a little while.
So the 13th day of Adar is the destruction of Nicanor. The 13th day. That's one day before Purim. One day before the lot. From there, let's go to second Matt. And let's get 15 and start reading that verse 22, I think it is.
The book is 2 Mac, chapter 15, verse 22. Therefore, in his prayer, he said after this manner, O Yahweh, thou didst send thy angels in the time of Ezekias, king of Judea, and didst slay in the host of Sennacherib 185,000. Wherefore now also, O Yahweh of heaven, send a good angel before us for a fear and dread unto them. And through the might of thine arm, let those be stricken with terror and come against thy holy people to blaspheme. And he ended thus.
So some of these our own people coming, trying to come against their own people, man. Instead of celebrating the day, being merry like the day he said you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be merry. Real quick, Malachi, Benaiah, give me First Mac 7:48 again. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be merry. If you drink, this is the day you're supposed to drink. I don't drink. Whatever makes you happy that's within the Lord, you're supposed to be doing it on this day. The destruction of Nicanor and Purim.
It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 48. For this cause the people rejoice greatly.
Yeah, you're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be making merry, not debating and arguing. That spirit is off as hell, man. Go ahead, read.
And they kept that day a day of great gladness.
Supposed to be happy, man. Why are you debating? Continue on, General Yashabi.
Verse 25. 2 Maccabees chapter 15, verse 25. Then Nicanor and they that were with him came forward with trumpets and songs. But Judas and his company encountered the enemies with invocation and prayer.
See that? They praying. They invitation and prayer.
Verse 27. So that fighting with their hands and praying with Yahweh, Allahan, with their hearts.
That's what you got to do, man. That's what you got to do. When you raise your hands by Hashem HaMashiach Yahweh Shah. You got the Most High in your mind, man, which is your true heart. Read.
They slew no less than 35,000 men. For through the appearance of Yahweh, they were greatly cheered.
See that? Don't be in that portion that's slaughtered, man, because you want to be wicked.
Now, when the battle was done, returning again with joy, they knew that Nicanor lay dead in his harness.
Mm-hmm.
Then they made a great shout and noise, praying the Almighty in their own language.
See, this is what I was telling you guys we're supposed to do. You're supposed to shout as loud as help by Shem Yahweh Shah to sound, make sure his damn name is not heard. Nicanor's name is not heard. Haman's name is not heard. It's drowned out with praises and great joy.
Verse 30. And Judas, who was ever the chief defender of the citizens, both in body and mind, and who continued his love toward his countrymen all his life, commanded to strike off Nicanor's head.
Cut it off. Cut it off. Cut that head off, man. Destroy it. Make sure he don't come back. Decapitate him. Okay.
And his hand with his shoulder.
Right hand first.
To Jerusalem.
Right hand first. Someone get a Matthew 5:30. You cut off the right hand of these Israelites also, man. If they're causing confusion in the body. Let's see what Hamashiach say about these Israelites. Now, he's talking to an Edomite, but Most High got something for you Israelites too. Matthew 5:30.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 30. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off.
So if he's your right hand man, what are you going to do with him, Malachi?
Cut him off.
Cut him off. He could be your right hand man. If he's offending you, cut him off. Cut it off, man. Don't hold it. It's going to infect the entire body, like I was saying earlier. Go ahead, General Yashabi.
God, 2 Mac, chapter 15, verse 31. So when he was there and called them of his nation together and set the priests before the altar, he set before them that were of the tower, and shewed them vile Nicanor's head and the hand of that blasphemer.
Wicked Nicanor's head. Vile. He's a vile man. He's a wicked man. Good.
which with proud brags had stretched out against the holy temple of the Almighty.
He got proud brows. Yo, I've been in the truth for 13 years. How long you been in the truth? That's a proud man right there.
And when he cut out the tongue of that ungodly Nicanor, he commanded.
He cut his tongue out, man. You're not going to speak no lies. You're not going to speak no spiritual lies from the grave. They cut his tongue out, Raymond.
He commanded that they should give it by pieces unto the fowls, and hang up the reward of his madness before the temple. So every man prayed toward heaven and glorious Supreme Allahim, saying, Blessed be he that hath kept his own place undefiled.
Mm-hmm.
He hanged also Nicanor's head upon the tower, an evident and manifest sign unto all of help of Yahweh.
Yeah, this is what's going to happen for all you nations that come up against Yasha Allah. That's going to happen to all you nations that come up against Yasha Allah.
And they ordained all with a common decree, in no case to let that day pass without solemnity.
So this day, how you arguing when you're supposed to be celebrating? You are commanded not to allow this day pass without celebrating. Hallelujah! Supposed to be celebrating, man. You want to argue with each other? Come on, man. If the Most High knew you were such a cornball, man, and he did, so he must have you around here for a reason, man, just to expose you. That's your lot, to expose you for who you are.
But to celebrate the 13th day of the 12th month, which in the Syrian tongue is called Adar, the day before Madorsh's day.
See that? The day before Madorsh's day. The day before Purim. Go ahead, read.
Verse 37. Thus went it with Nicanor, and from that time forth the Hebrews had the city in their power, and here will I make an end. And if I done well, and as is fitting the story, it is that which I desired. But if the slenderly and meanly, it is that which I could attain unto. Verse 39. For as it is hurtful to drink wine or water alone, and as wine mingled with water is pleasant and delight the taste, even so speech fondly frame delighteth the ears of them that read the story. And
the story is
here
supposed to make you
shall
happy.
be an end.
This story is supposed to make you happy. You're supposed to be happy. Let's get to Purim 32, verse 8. Let's look at these lots a little more before we read the book of Esther. And what did you guys read yesterday in the book of Esther, General Yashabi?
I believe it was all the chapters and verses.
All right. Let's get Deborim 32 and 8. And then someone get on the book of Daniel's 12 and 13.
It's the book of Deborim, chapter 32, verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Yasha Allah.
The lots. See, that word is lot. That in the KJV, it has bounds. That word is lot. He set the lot according to the nation of Israel, according to the nation of Yasha Allah. That word boundaries there. It's all set up according to the nation of Israel. From there, let's get Daniel's 12 and 13.
Daniel 12 and 13. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at
See
the
that?
end of the days.
See that? You can stand in your lot. At the end of the day, what is your lot? Is your lot to be a demon, one to bang on your brothers? Or is your lot to be a man that's trying to edify your brothers out of the right spirit? What is your lot? To be filled with the spirit of high Shaitan? That's the question. What is your lot? Hey, General Yashidin, so you read through the entire book of Esther yesterday?
Khan, it was read. You want to read it?
All right. We're going to read it again. We're supposed to read it 2 times. You guys still got some time. You guys are good there until when?
Till 6.
Imagine you break down before that, though. So let's go to the book of Esther.
Khan, the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 1. Now, it came to pass in the days of Assyrius, this Assyrius which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia, over 127 provinces, that in those days, when the king Assyrius sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan, the palace,
That's
in
in
the
Persia.
3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants, the power of Persia and Media, the nobles and princes of the provinces being before him. When he showed the riches.
Salakia. Does anyone know which world empire was the Medo-Persian or the Persians and Medes empire? Which world empire? Someone just fell out. Which world empire was that? That was the second world empire. Does everyone know the 4 world empires? I know Melikah probably know. Melikah, what is the 4 world empire? There's only been 4 of them.
Oh, isn't it the Romans?
No, I mean, what's all 4 of them? The Romans is the 4th. What is all 4 of them? What's the first world empire? India.
Oh, you got Babylonian, you got the Medo-Persians, you have Greek, and then there's the Romans.
Come. And American is an extension of Rome.
Come.
So right now we're still under the Roman Empire. All right, go ahead. So this was the second world empire.
When he showed his riches in his glorious kingdom and honor of his excellent majesty, many days, even 180 days. And when these days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan, the palace, both unto great and small, 7 days in the court of the garden of the king's palace, where were white, green, and blue hangings, fastened with cords of fine linen and purple, to silver rings and pillars of marble, and
Hey,
beds were.
so like it, General Yashibin. Anyone got anything they want to bring out? Malachi just walked out. Anyone got anything they want to bring out? Prez, Marty, Raymond, anyone? Anyone in the audience? Anyone got anything they want to bring out?
Well, I was gonna just say that I'm just glad that we were all able to make it here together. Before we started yesterday, did open up in prayer, both in English and in Lashawan Kadash. You know, the supposedly the Lord's Prayer, and I gave everyone, commended everyone for making it out here and that press forward. So when we come together on this day, there are going to be things that test us, test our faith, test our perseverance in the faith, and our diligence as well. So for all those that did make it out here, and in the right spirit, all praise be the Most High for that. You did a great thing. For all you brothers that are that couldn't join us, we definitely look forward until the next, high holy day prayers up that are dealing with real life circumstances. You know what I'm saying? And then also to the brothers that are not part of this assembly, I pray that you guys also keeping it in your own assemblies, just the same.
Come. Yeah, I mean, it's nowhere in the scriptures that really says that, you can't work or anything on the day of Esther. But the next high holy day, the Passover, it tells you can't. You're not supposed to. It should be no work, which is coming up pretty quickly here.
Con.
Anyone else? Marty? Raymond?
Hey,
Raymond?
Prez, you ain't got no words of wisdom? Prez?
No, it's good to see all you brothers and sisters there together,
Yeah,
man.
Prez reached out to me, man.
Anyone? Surely someone must have something, man.
It's good to see
You
all
guys
y'all.
you guys are sitting on something, man. You're holding something. And people don't always speak their mind.
And well, I'll just say this: this this body has really been given to us in a special way, and it's really important to know about the High Holy Days. I absolutely enjoy being part of this, and it's just a blessing. And I hope everybody else feels the same way. But truly, the people that want to just come and make confusion amongst us. We're really trying to move ahead here in a positive way, in a loving way, spiritual way. And we're learning and we're understanding who we are ourselves and the kindness been edifying us. And we just really, really don't want that type of activity around us. And I hope people understand if you come here in the right spirit, the kind has always been gracious enough to embrace you. And people really need to understand that. The Most High gave this to him. He appointed the general, and we respect him, we love him, and he is our brother. And whenever you go against the brotherhood is the body. We're not going to accept that. We're not going to embrace you. We don't need that. And I just can't stress that any further than I have. But this has become a very serious situation with people trying to get an umbrella up under the Kahan's uh, brotherhood here. And the Most High did not give it to him to embrace people that want to be wrapped up in their emotions and jealousy, envy, and confusion amongst ourselves because we truly love and respect each other. And we are definitely not going to tolerate it. So when you think that you are going to operate dishonorably, I mean, you need to really think about that and think again because we're going to kick your ass out of here, and we don't want to see you, and you're going to get cut, and we're going to expose you for being the wicked individual that you are. So, I mean, that's what's up here. We're not going to back off that. We're going to actually implement that more effectively. The kind that spoke on that. He is truly serious about it. He doesn't want you debating his decisions of his appointed people in the direction that he feels that he wants. Most High, those who create things control them. You people that do that didn't create a damn thing, and you want to come over here because you are wannabes. Want to be the hell out of here, and we don't want to see you anymore. And with that, I hope the people that are here for the right reason enjoy and love and peace and embrace the knowledge that our Khan has shared with us. It is very, very powerful and sincere stuff ordained by our Creator, and we want to move forward without the disruptions that this nonsense has actually been cause it. We don't want you debating our kind. He's not here for that purpose. He doesn't give a damn about debating. If you want to debate him, pay him for it. You pay him. He has a venue, not for debating him. But if you're going to come over with that nonsense, you need to throw something at him. So even if it's fiat, but he'd rather his in gold and silver because he told me that. So with that, I'll leave that alone. But I'll praise the Most High and our kind. May the Creator keep him safe and this body safe.
Let's get the book of Proverbs 22 and 10. Anyone that's shedding any kind of discord, they need to go, man. Proverbs 22 and 10.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 10. Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out.
Okay? Anyone that's causing any kind of discord, arguments, and anything that, get them the hell out of here. You want to get rid of the contention? You know what contention is? For those of you who don't comprehend the word contention, that's polemics. That's arguing. That's strife. You're debating. If you understand structure, man, there's no room for contention. Either you're going to obey or not. If not, hit the road, Jack. Shalom. Have a nice day. Have a nice life. Don't let the doorknob hit you. We're not going to shed any crocodile tears. Read it again. How do we get rid of strife? Read.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 10. Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out.
Get your ass out of here, scorner. And cast out contention. Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Yes, strife and reproach shall cease. Well, the debating would cease then. From there, let's get the book of Bereshit, Genesis 21 and 9. Now, we don't care how close someone is. Let's prove it. Don't you know Abraham cast out his own son? He cast out his own son Ishmael because she started to mock his wife. The Hagar started to mock his wife, Sarah. She was proud. She was puffed up. See, that's what proud people do. They're puffed up. I've been in the truth for 15 years. And you're still a dummy. Just like this Aunt Esther right here. You know what I mean? A lot of you Eves are like this Esther. You're not like the Esther of the Bible. You're like this Esther. You're puffed up, man. I've been in the truth 15 years. You can't tell me nothing. You don't rule over me. Okay, well, you don't belong amongst us, man. If you got that, that's how you are, man. We don't need you amongst us. Where are you around us? Please help me with that, Prez. Prez, why would you be around us, Prez? If you don't respect anything around us, you don't respect who you're around. Why would you be around us, Prez?
Yeah, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? It makes me wonder what's your agenda. You know what I'm saying? Are you coming in with good causes? You know what I mean? Like, Yashabim ain't nothing but a good host. You know what I'm saying? Showing everybody a lot of love. You know, that man went out of his way to make this happen for everybody. And that's how you show your appreciation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I could have been there, you know, to take part into the festivities. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I have my own little situations. But just think about how much he went out for everybody to make sure everybody can celebrate together, you know, with amongst brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't ask for much more. So some appreciation and some love to that brother.
Con, let's get the book of Romans. Go ahead, Prez. Go ahead.
I'm saying I wouldn't if I didn't agree with certain things, I wouldn't be around it. You know what I mean? So what's the agenda? You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a problem with it, eat it. You know what I'm saying? Fix it.
Where's Malachi? Let's get Romans 11:21. See, a lot of men are puffed up, man. Yeah, I've been in the truth longer than you. Yeah, I prefer so and so. Then go with so and so, man. Well, you're around us. We're not begging anyone.
I'm right here.
Let's get Romans 11:21.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 21. But to Israel he saith, all day long I have stretched forth my hands unto a disobedient and gainsaying people.
Romans chapter 11, verse 21.
Salat, salat. For if Yahweh spared not the natural branches, take heed, lest he also
Okay,
spare not the...
Yours start right there. 21 doesn't say do not be puffed up with pride. Mine says it starts off by do not be puffed up with pride.
The book of Romans 11, verse 21, it says, and right here it says, for if Yahweh spared not the natural branches.
Yeah, you're probably reading the authorized King James new one. So it starts off Romans 11 and 21. Do not be puffed up with pride. Tremble rather, for if Yahweh did not spare the natural branches. I'm not sure why that's omitted from your Bible, but go ahead from Nick.
Behold, therefore the goodness and severity of Yahweh on them which fell. Severity, but toward thee,
Yeah,
goodness.
so yours don't have neither will he spare you. Does anyone have a Bible that reads like mine? Romans 11:21. Do not be puffed up with pride, rather tremble for Yahweh. For if Yahweh did not spare the natural branches, neither shall he spare you. Notice therefore Yahweh's kindness and Yahweh's severity on those who have fallen. His severity has descended, but upon you his kindness has come, provided that you do not cease to respond to his kindness. Go ahead, Malachi. Otherwise, you will be cut off also. Otherwise, you will be cut off also. Maybe I'll just read mine, man, because yours is reading somewhat differently. And I want them to get this message. Moreover, if they turn from their unbelief, they too will be grafted in. So you got to turn away from your wicked ways in order to really come in here. Yeah, I'm in the truth. 15. No, you're in your truth. You're not in the truth. The is a definite article. You're in your truth. For Yahweh is powerful enough to graft them in again. Verse 24. And if you was cut off from that which by nature is a wild olive, and contrary to nature, were grafted into the good olive tree, how much more certainty will these natural branches be grafted on their own olive tree? For there is a truth, brethren, not revealed hitherto, of which I do not wish to leave you in ignorance. For fear you should attribute superior wisdom to yourselves. The truth, the partial blindness has fallen upon Israel until the great mass of the Gentiles have come in. And so shall Israel will be saved, and is declared in Scripture. So we got to cut off these unclean things. Anything that's unclean, we got to cast it out. This is what Sarah told Abraham about his firstborn and Hagar. Hagar started mocking. She was causing problem in the body. Sarai invited Hagar into her home. She sat on Sarai's lap, and gave birth. Since Sarai's womb was closing. But when she had the baby, she started to mock Sarai for not being able to produce. Sarai said to cast that woman out. And this is what you got to do to prevent corruption in the body. If there's something corrupt, you cast it out. Let's get Genesis 21:9 through 10.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 21, verse 9. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, which she had born unto Abraham, mocking.
See that mocking? She started to brag, oh yeah, Abraham, this is your firstborn. He's not even of a pure nation, because his mom was from the nation of Ham. God, read.
Wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son.
You gotta cast out the scorn, man. Cast out the scorner, and contention will go also. You know.
For the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son.
See that?
Even with Isaac.
See that? From there, let's get Proverbs 18, verse 6. See, a fool's always running his mouth, always talking, man. The wise man, he'll listen more. But the fools are always running off at the mouth. Always got something idiotic to say.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 6. A fool's lips enter into contention.
See that? A fool's lips enter into contention. He always wants to debate. The netter is older than the Ibrit. The Egyptian language is around longer than the Hebrew. Okay, well, roger that. Go over there with the Egyptians. You sounds like you don't belong here. Am I missing something, good brother Prez? If you're declaring yourself an Israelite, but you're glorifying Egyptology, did I miss something? Help me out, Elder Raymond. Did I miss something? Sounds like you're discombobulated.
No, I'm here. I must have missed something. You know, I was thinking about that Trojan horse. I don't know why it came to mind. You know, when it comes to all this, how it is that, right? They try to destroy a thing from within, and
right.
Those that are not conscious of the deception and being used by Hasatan can themselves act as a Trojan horse. But again, just as Marty Marr said, we're not going to allow that because we're watching. We're watchmen on the wall. I'm telling you now, we're not going to allow it. You're going to be exposed. And if you don't get in line, you're going to have an opportunity. But if you don't get in line with where we're going, you're out of here.
God, if your camp members is Gorilla and Sakari or whoever, you know what I'm saying, then why are you over here? You know, what's the point of being here for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the real agenda? You know, that's my whole thing. That's what I'm seeing out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, to destroy the body from within, that's the perfect way to destroy it. You know what I'm saying? Become one with it. You know what I'm saying? But what are you more interested in? Being spiritually enlightened? You know what I'm saying? Or just taking things and going back with it? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to call it how it is.
Mm-hmm. Con. From there, let's get Proverbs 26, verse 20. There's no wood there. That's what's going on, Price. There's no wood. So their fire goes out. The Most High might have once been working with you, but you behaving like that. Your fire has gone out. You better go and get some more wood, man. The wood is these precepts. The wood is doing thus saith Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shah?
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 26, verse 20. Where no wood is, there the fire goeth out.
See that? There's no light in you, man. When the fire's going out, you in darkness. Your entire temple becomes filled with darkness. And you start getting puffed up pride. Puffed up. What does the Bible say about that, a good brother Malachi? Yeah, let's get 1 Corinthians 4, 7 through 9. Book of 1 Corinthians 4, 7 through 9. Anything that any of us got, man, we got to acknowledge that the Most High gave it to us, man. The Most High give it, the Most High take it away. So don't get too puffed up.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 7. For who maketh thee to differ from another?
Yeah, what makes you so puffed up? What are you so puffed up about? What makes you so better? You know?
And what hast thou that thou didst not receive?
Yeah, what do you have that the Most High didn't give you? You think you got that on your own accord? It was the Most High that gave you that thing, unless it was high state time.
Now if thou didst receive it, why dost thou glory as if thou hadst not received it?
So if everything that you got came from Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah, why are you acting as though you're so great? As though you've accomplished something on your own. Philippians 4 and 13, I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengthens me. Read.
Now ye are full, now ye are rich, ye have reigned as kings without us.
See, you seem to think you already have all the spiritual food that you need. You're full of spiritual content. Rich kings on your throne. Leaving all of us far behind. You're so far ahead of us, huh? I wish you were already on your throne. Because for when the time comes, you're going to regret everything that you were saying. Read.
And I would to Yahweh ye did reign, that we
I wish
also
you was already on your throne. I wish you was already on your throne. Read.
that we also might reign with you.
Yeah, then we could be kings with you, right? You love us, you be a king, you raise up us as a king. You know.
For I think that Yahweh hath set forth us, the apostles last.
Yeah, the apostles last. You know.
As it were appointed to death.
Yeah, like prisoners, soon to be killed. You know.
For we are made a spectacle unto the world.
Yeah, we're displayed at the end of a victory parade. We're at the end of this thing.
And to the angels and to men.
Yeah, we're going to be stared at by men and angels alike. That's what it says. So you go ahead and enjoy your little 5 minutes of fame. But at the end of this thing, we're going to be stared at by men and angels of alike. So why are you so puffed up? Puffed up, arrogant, filled with pride. Let's get Yeshaya 5 and 14. Isaiah 5 and 14. I see your guys is that's what fell out, Malachi. You guys is background fell out. All right. That was your guys'
This,
video.
this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 14. Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure.
Mm-hmm. So hell's going to suck a lot of these people up. You're going to fall right into the depths of hell. You know?
And their glory and their multitude and their pomp, and he that rejoiceth shall descend into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All these people puffed up, all these people rejoicing on with that. Yeah, you're going to sink right into hell. Hell's open her mouth up for you. What you think about that, Raymond? Elder Raymond? Elder Marty? Prez? How are they going to deal with that? How are they going to deal with that? What are they going to do with that?
I'm going to stay humble.
So what are they going to do? I'm talking about the proud ones.
Oh, they're going down. They're going down. But you know, the reading of that, you know, you got to put some emphasis on it, Kahan. You know, that is their glory and their multitude and their pomp.
Yeah.
And he that rejoiceth shall descend into it.
Yeah. No one could do it with like Raymond, man. Let's get Proverbs 16 and 18. Their pride is going to go before their destruction come, Elder Raymond. Their pride is going to go first. All you pride ones. Before you're destroyed, your pride is going to be taken away. And then your spirit before your final fall. Proverbs 16, verse 18. Book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 18.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall.
Mm-hmm. So before you destroy, your damn pride is going to go. And your haughty spirit, your proud spirit, that's going to go before your final fall. And the righteous is going to say, Bahasham Hamashiach Yahawashah. I knew it was coming. Anyone have anything else? Just wanted to remind everyone that's on the call, we're going to have a testimony tonight. I think is at 8 p.m. Same thing I was talking to Dominique about, like when they overpaid her. I told her if she understood contract law well enough, she was not obliged to pay that back unless she made herself a party to those contracts. So it must be the spirit. Well, I won't say it must be. It is the spirit. I actually had Brother Kendricks, who used some Tazadok's right knowledge from one of his books, A Conditional Acceptance. And what essentially happened, unemployment overpaid the brother, and they told him they was going to take it back out of his pay. And so what he did was tender a conditional acceptance. They had a few back and forths, and the brother came out victorious. So like I said, when you do it right, it works every time. So that brother Kendricks, tonight, 8 p.m. I think it is, Eastern Standard Time, he will be on here giving his testimonies. Let me change that. It's going to actually take place at 8:30 p.m. tonight. 8:30 p.m. He'll be on here giving his testimony. So you want to tune into that. It may be the testimony of this brother that actually encourages you to stop being a debtor. You don't have to be a debtor anymore unless you just want to. Once again, it's the time of Purim. It's the time to be rejoicing. If you're depressed about something today, if you're unhappy about something, you need to forget it at least for just this one day and celebrate. If you're a person that actually consumes alcoholic beverage, today is the day that you're supposed to have a drink, as long as you're not a David David. If you're a David David, stay away from it. Anyone else have anything? So again, that's going to take place at 8:30 tonight. Is there anyone else? Anything else anyone would like to bring out? Either one of the elders, Malachi. You got anything, Malachi? Yashibin, Israel. Let me post a link in the room. Anyone out there that got anything, man? Any of the sisters, they can speak up. Anyone on the panel over here have anything?
I ain't really have much, you know. I'm just happy to be here. You know, this is my first time actually celebrating this, even though I was in the truth for about like 3 years prior.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't keep it, man, and most keep it. They don't keep it correctly because they don't celebrate the day of Nicanor before the day of Purim. You're supposed to be celebrating the destruction of Ishur, not arguing with each other.
Yeah, I just wanted to say to those that were able to make it to the Purim celebration, I want to just encourage you to continue to do your due diligence. I commend you for pressing your way, and as it has already been stated, this is a time of celebration. It's a time of love and not dissension. Wrap your arms around the one next to you and give them some love.
I just want to say it was a beautiful lesson, man. You know what I'm saying? Before this, I never knew about Purim. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad I'm able to celebrate with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And continue to show love, like Raymond was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, love can conquer everything, especially with the type of energy that was being perceived. You know what I'm saying? So Shabbat Shalom to all you guys.
Come on. What is love? Someone get 2 John and 6. Let's make sure they know what love is. And by the way, when you're doing this hugging, make sure you're not hugging any body's wife or anything like that, because that's against the scriptures. That's against Sirach 9 verse 9. So we want to that's kind of like of a Christian thing, anyways. We salute. We Israelites typically don't even shake hands. That's a European custom. We salute. Our greetings is a salute, and you're not to be hugging any other man's wife. In fact, men and women are supposed to be separated when you're having these meetings. Typically, the men will be on one side and the women on the other. So all of this interacting and mingling amongst each other is typically not permitted, to keep out of that spirit of lust.
Another thing, salute General Yashibin too, man, because he did a heck of a job getting that together for you guys, man.
Cool. No one get it? I'll get it real quick. 2 John verse 6. What is love?
Keeping them commandments.
2 John verse 6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandment. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye shall walk in it. Is letting you know right there that the Old Testaments that they call the Old Testament is not done away with. He's telling you that which you've heard from the beginning. Anyone else out there got anything, man? You guys just want to eat, huh? All right. Roger that. When we call upon these people to speak up, man, we really get anyone that actually speak up. They like to speak in private, man. Let me put a link in the room, man. We're gonna have to move Malachi up, man. Malachi is a diligent brother. I'm put a link in the room. Anyone in the room got anything you want to bring out? Go ahead and bring it out. Again, this is not a debate forum. We're not entertaining any debtors that want to come with polemics, because I'm not obliged to, give you therapy for your aphasia. Anyone that wants to come in, do so now. Quiet. More thou soul. More the soul. What do you have? Quiet cloud today. I mean, a very quiet crowd today.
I think everybody's shook. They're shocked. They're shocked by everything that's going on.
Shalom, Kim McGuire. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Prez. I'm not surprised, man. But it's typically like this, People that, just sit around in the back row ground, man. They don't really want to express themselves. They will privately. So anyone that wasn't aware of how to keep Purim, this is what you would do. Only you would actually read through the entire book of Purim in the morning, and you will read again through it in the evening. I mean, it's Salakia, the book of Esther. It's too silent. So if no one has anything else, man, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down on this side. I don't know what they're doing over there. Their camera went away, and it's complete silence over there.
Oh, no. We're here.
We're going to say, yeah, we're going to, we're gonna say shalom from this side, man. I don't see anyone out in the audience have anything. Let's Mikael, you got anything? As you know, Mikael, I was unable to make it down here this time, because of extenuating circumstances. I'm dealing with a plate full of things here, and it's not vegan. It's just a plate full of defecation. Well, y'all should be. They eating and drinking wine and all that.
Nah, not any wine.
Israel holding up food, man.
How's the audio coming in?
No, it's clear.
Okay.
It's coming in clear.
Hey, go ahead and show them that again, Israel.
Shalom, Daryl.
All right, so this is what we got today. Dang, it's huge.
What is that?
That is a south of the border kale wrap with sun-dried tomatoes, seasoned kale, regular tomatoes, avocado, black-eyed pea hummus, and Moroccan couscous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And,
seems like somebody's eating too many damn couscous, and the couscous made them cocoa.
And then we got some strawberry raw.
You might want to lighten up on that couscous, man.
But yeah, everything's all good. And then over here, let me see. I got the little prize table. See if I can turn this around for the youngins. So we got the little gift table back there and whatnot.
And that looks like a pretty big spacious place there, man.
It is a big space. It's like
Yeah, we need to try and get that for the Passover, man.
I'm pretty sure we can work it out as long as we have the dates in advance.
Yeah,
It'll be all good.
if I have every Most High willing, have everything in place, man, for the Passover. The Passover is a major high holy day.
Tell Talking
Yeah.
Doctor, round trip 140.
Oh, Israel said them round trips are 140 right now.
All right. Yeah, if you get it ahead of time, man.
Con.
I mean, if people plan ahead of time, maybe they could. Well, I seriously doubt anyone beyond Tyler Dock is going to be able to do the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's 8 days. Most Negroes can't get more than 2 days off. That's 8 days. That's coming up. That's the next high holy day coming up, and it's a major one. Read the book of Exodus, the 12th chapter.
Shalom, Kahan. I just wanted to respond to what you shared earlier. I would really like to have a private chat with you in some means that you prefer is secure and, kind of comprehend, some of the issues that you may be, overcoming, the challenges you may have faced on this journey. Because, as you know, with what you were able to do for me in my life, I'm just I'm like in almost kind of recovering from shock because I was told by people that I can't have my freedom. And I know that that was untrue. And that I secured it and watched them attempt to invade my privacy and disturb me, and they could not. I watched them pull up and then have to turn around in view. And that was a great day of victory. And then recently, the state police had a helicopter, Sikorsky S-76, flying around, and all the police, and they're not very far. Their precinct and courthouse is literally a stone's throw away. They had them searching for someone, and they had the air unit come down window level to the location where I am currently. And I thought that, after having a conversation with somebody, just kind of, someone that helped them repair their credit and be eligible to accept an automobile conveyance because of, some of the things that you taught. And it's just like, I now want to really launch into everything that I was doing before when I wasn't free, when I couldn't actually go out and do these things. So I just kind of wanted to, be free of all because there's been a lot of confusion of late, and it was disconcerting to me. And I kind of wanted to just kind of have a dialogue with you, as we had once before in the past, so I can kind of gauge where I, what my aspirations are, and if I might have a kind of need to keep my stuff private because. I've really, since I've been in this congregation, it's been a blessing since I founded everything. The Most High has definitely moved through you and through the brothers. But I also know that I have not yet arrived at my peak capability. I have had to keep all my projects on lock, contracts, opportunities with people on lock, and just on the back burner. And I actually delayed one of my contacts to see me in 2022 because I didn't know what would happen. So I just kind of wanted to, have a side panel with you on that, and I wanted to know if we could make that happen. I know you said you had a lot going on. That's why it's been on my heart. I've wanted to do this for a while, but I haven't. It's only kind of been through this means. That I felt like it was okay to kind of communicate. But whatever you prefer, Kahan, I'm not pushing anything. Things happen. I know you're very busy, and you're about what you say you're about, and that's why I joined because of that. And I want to add value. I have a lot of opportunities to add. So, I'm just grateful. This is my first Purim. I've never, uh, experienced this before. I've been hurt by the church in the past, people doing disappointing things on a major level, some of which you've spoken on. They've done things like that. And so I've had a rocky road, with this sort of thing. But I'm believing that the Most High's ironing everything out. So this could actually be a real home for me to to say, yeah, I don't have to worry, about people bringing me, wicked things, bringing that wicked energy my way by association. So that's all I had to, share. That's all I really. I just want to make sure, when I move in the way that I'm led to move, I'm not, impeded by, well, hey, this guy has this, connection to this person, and I'm not connected to that person. You know what I mean? So as long as we, we're moving in one direction. I mean, I know how to deal with that thanks to you and all that you've taught me. But it's just the confusion and the hassle. I really can't afford with the level of things, the bigger blessings that I'm after, capturing that the Most High's put in my court. So, I just kind of wanted to leave it at that. But I thank Brother Israel in the, moderating in the chat, for clarifying a couple little things. It was just on my spirit. I don't like to hear that, brothers that are doing the right thing are being attacked, because I know the enemy is he's definitely he doesn't want to stay where he's at. The enemy doesn't want to stay where he's at, and he knows the people that belong to him already. He just wants to disrupt and
David,
cause
I know you're
problems.
out there, David. I know you're out there, David. Show your face. You keep sending me signs that you're listening in the background, David. Show your face. I know he's out there, Marty. He keep contacting me in the private. Go ahead, Mikael.
Oh, Khan. Yeah, I don't want to speak too much. I don't like to use too many words, especially on this platform, because I know you're a lot of celebrities on this platform, a lot of celebrities, and you're the chief of them, Khan. So, I don't really like too much. So I'm going to shut my mouth.
Hey, Daryl, appreciate that donation. I refunded that second payment for the book. Did you see that?
Kahan, yes, I did. And I'd just like to say to all the men on this panel, I've never in my life, and I'm getting old now, but I've never, excuse me, I've never in my life seen real men. I just want to say that to everybody on this panel. To the Kahan, he's, to me, he's given the world already so much. When I say the world, of course, I mean our people. Yeshua Allah. He's given our people so much already. And when I saw, excuse me for the names, Yashabin come on in the beginning, and the whole T-Doc thing took off. It was totally different from this stuff I was trying to gain information from, and trying to wake myself up. And then I seen the brother that was just speaking, Mikael. Then he came on, and now I see these two elders, and then the young man that Kahan speaks of, that's just started. And this is like, I'm serious. This is like blowing my mind. I'm really seeing men for the first time in my life.
You mean Malachi?
Yes, Kahan. Yeah,
Yeah,
Malachi.
Malachi is a devoted, well-disciplined young man, and it would be wise of a lot of older men to take heed to that young brother. The brother's in the right spirit, play around, nothing, and the brother's sincere.
Salaki, yeah, I see it. I mean, you can for people that people are seeing what's going on in the world, and they know when something's right and something's wrong. And to see these men stepping forward, it has nothing to do with age. Young guys, older guys. It's just amazing that the Most High, through the Kahan Tajadat, is starting to get people that have been wandering around in the wilderness all their life to start putting some of the pieces together. I may not get it all, but I'm giving my effort, and hopefully it will increase. But I just wanted to say, before I forget, yes, I learned a lot today about Purim and never knew anything about it. And I've read Esther before. It's just another story in the Bible. But now I understand that we have another holiday. I was sitting here going, we celebrate these holy days, and all I knew was tabernacle and excuse me, the one that just passed in December, feast
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. Yeah, Hanukkah. Yes, and my family is accepting
Feast of
them.
dedication. That's what you was going to say. Feast of dedication, aka Hanukkah. That's what you was going to say.
Yes, thank you. And my family's accepting them, and but they still want to talk about these worldly celebrations. And now I have something else to show them that we can celebrate. So I just want to thank you and all the men on this panel for all that you guys do. And I yield.
Appreciate it, man. And Marty, you see the prodigal son in the back room? David.
God, I
was on.
Yeah. I'm talking about the prodigal son in the back room, David, man.
Oh, is he there?
He right there. Got him on the screen. Yeah. You can't stay away from this truth, man.
That David.
It's a fit in his soul, man.
No, he want to be with the brotherhood. David, what's good, brother? You there?
He's not on. He's on YouTube. He said truth comes by hearing the word.
He gets cut though. He takes them cuts. He takes the cuts. Definitely does.
Let's get the book of Luke. Let's get the book of Luke 15, verse 11. I'm gonna show you David, man. Let's get the book of Luke 15, verse 11, man. Yeah, he's still puffed up with pride, though, Mikael. Because Elder Marty had a talk with him, man, and he was too powerful to do the right thing then.
Oh, God.
Book of Luke 15 and 11. It's David's life right here. He's the prodigal son. When he run out of everything, Marty, when he's down and out, he's going to come begging back, man. You're going to say to Most High, Father, forgive me, for I have sinned, and I'm no longer worthy to be called your son. Can someone get that? Luke 15 and 11. Start right there. Where's Benaiah, Malachi? Yeah, man, I don't see how those other people have problems with the good brother Malachi, man.
Book of Luke, chapter 15, verse 11. And see, a certain man had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that falleth to me.
One of his sons was named Raymond, and the other one was named David. Go ahead, read on.
And he divided unto them.
I'll read it, Khan.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 15,
hold on,
verse 11.
Hold on, Yasha.
And he said,
because yours have an
certain
echo.
man had 2 sons.
One was named Raymond, the other one was named David. Modern day. Go ahead, read.
Con. And he divided
the younger
unto them his living.
of them.
And not many days after.
Hey, you guys are crossing each other. All right, go ahead, Yashabin. Go ahead.
And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country.
Stop. Stop for a second. Because I want you guys there, because I'm advocating this. I'm telling you, this is exactly what happened with David. Now, Raymond is older than David. What did David do? He got puffed up with pride. The elder Marty tried to give him a call, but he was puffed up with pride. He took everything. What did David do when Yashabim trying to talk to him, telling him to come out to the high holy day? He left. Read.
Took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with riotous living.
Yeah, he riotous living. He going back, having a little drink now. Yeah, okay, roger that. Stop me where I'm on at, David. Read on.
And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in that land.
Now his brother's money is starting to run out and getting a little low. He's starting to say, well, wait a minute. Maybe I belonged over there with T-Dot and my brother Raymond. Read.
And he began to be in want.
Now he's going to be in want. Y'all should be just told a week and a half ago, man, what are you doing here? Get out of here. I can't make this up. He's back again. Even though y'all should be saying, man, what are you doing here? Get out of here. There we go. He's back again. Go ahead, read.
Verse 15. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, or a slave of that country. And he sent him into his fields to feed swine.
See that? And David, he probably been out there listening to other people, and they've been feeding him spiritual swines. Read.
And he would fain have filled his belly with the husk that the swine did eat.
Yeah, David's filling his belly with the husk of madness. Because I be seeing him prophesying on his Facebook channel, and the only person he is listening is him. You got one person listening, and that's him. Read.
And no man gave unto him. And when he came to himself, he said, how many hired servants of my father's have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger?
Now David is starting to say, damn, how many of those T-Dot guys over there have stuff to spare? They're not feeling the convictions that I'm feeling. Read.
And I perish with hunger. I will arise, and go to my father, and will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee.
That's it. Now, that's what he wants to do, Marty, but he's too puffed up with pride. You know it's the truth, Marty, because it is.
It is true.
Well, we keep calling him back here. Did we call him back? No. It's the spirit. He knows that righteousness is over here, and it's cutting his spirit now. He knows that everything either one of us said to him was out of love to make him better.
He does know it.
The Father chastised those whom he loved, man. Go ahead, read, General Yashabin.
And he arose and came to his father.
Oh, he's coming here. Now, the prodigal son, he done rose. David's the prodigal son. He done rose, but he's not saying anything.
Slaki, I skipped verse 19. and I am no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. Verse 20, and he arose and came to his father. But when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion and reigned and fell on his neck and kissed him. And the son said unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in thy sight, and I am no more worthy to be called thy son. But the father said unto his servants, bring forth the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand and shoes on his feet, and bring hither the fatted calf and kill it, and let us eat and be merry.
See that?
For this my son was dead and is alive again.
David was dead. Marty, he went back into the world. He was dead. Okay. Now he's coming back to life.
He was lost and is found.
He was
lost.
He was lost in the words of his niece. He was lost in the words of his brother. They putting that unclean spirit in his ear. But he's forgetting the precepts. The book of Hebrews, the 12th chapter, verse 6, for whom Yahweh loveth, he chasteth and scourges every son whom he receiveth. So you got to be cut, David. And if you can't take that, then you're a bastard and not a son. Hebrews 12:7 says, if you endure chastening, which David didn't, he ran, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the father chasteneth not? You got to endure chastising. If not, you're bastards and not sons. Go ahead, Marty.
You know how I know that for truth is because, and this is show you that when he was over here, he was at his happiest. And I'll tell you another thing, that he when you drink like that ongoing, you need like professional help. You can't just stop drinking. When he came over here and he was with you, he didn't go through anything, any withdrawals, and that's how the truth got into him. He was, you brought something out of him. He was at his happiest. That's true. He really was. You know it.
The everyone started to respect him. Remember when he first came around? Everyone laughed at him like he was a jester. And they said, tell us that, why you let this drunk guy on your show? Because I saw something in him that they didn't. The Most High showed me something in him that they couldn't see. But as you see, once he got in the right spirit, he was a pretty articulate, powerful orator.
Was.
But he fell down. He fell down. So we're telling you, David, get back up. Get back up, David. How many times has he fallen, Martin?
He wanted to come, Kyle. I could tell, but you got to. I told him what to do. You know what I told you. I told you.
Come on. Let's get Proverbs 24:16. Well, we could drop that, Yashabin. That's the prodigal son right there, David. Let's get Proverbs 24:16. And people in the room, they think I'm attacking them because they're not in the right spirit. But he needs to hear this, man. Someone has to point out the truth to you and make you hold yourself accountable. Proverbs 24:16. Get back up, David. Stop making excuses.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 16. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again.
Okay, it didn't say anything about a wicked man. So David, if you don't rise back up, you're wicked. It says a just man. You hear that, Marty? A just man falls 7 times and get back up. The wicked man's going to stay down there in his wickedness. But the just man is going to say, Bahashem, in the name of Mashiach Yahweh Shah, I'm getting back up. Bahashem, in his name. That's what you got to say, David. And then get back up. Now you're going to be wicked or you're going to be just?
but the wicked shall fall into mischief.
See that? They can fall into turmoil. The wicked's going to be in mischief. You can't listen to your niece, man. Someone is not there. They're not in this truth. Whatever you do, man, don't fall out of this truth, man. Because the Christianity stuff that you was in before that will not save you. That is not going to save you. You know that's not the truth. There's only one truth, one Elohim, and one baptism. There's not two. There's not three. There's not four. There's just one. And you should know the truth, and the truth will make you free. David got mad, so he's not free yet. Proverbs 28:1 said, "The wicked flee when no man pursueth." We didn't chase him away. Did we chase him away, General Yashabin? The only thing we did was invite him to a feast day. So Richard was in here. Oh, he's still in here, I think. Is that Raymond or Richard? Oh, that's another artist, Richard. Hey, Richard, you got anything up?
Peace, brother. We were just using my phone because the other phone we were using it died out.
All right.
I'm at the service in Purim.
All right.
Oh yeah, Malachi's phone died, so we switched phones so we can use it for the audio.
All right. All right. Anyone else, man? You see him back there, Elder Marty. You see that, Raymond? Was he around when you was here, Elder Raymond?
What was that? I did see him. I don't see him now.
No, I mean, was he around when you was here? I mean, was he still around when you was actually with T-Doc?
Yeah,
David.
yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, yes. But I do want to say this too, Kahan, if I may. Kahan expressed how it was that, there's some things that, prevented him from coming to the celebration. And I just want to adjure those that are there to take heed. If you can reach out and help Kahan in any kind of way. Now, many of you are familiar that his rib is right at the brink of having a baby. So if you are able and capable, reach out to him. He could use the help. That's what this is really all about too. That we're to reach out and help one another that's in need. And Kahan, he's not saying it, but I can feel it that he and his rib, they could use some help. So if you're able, have the time or whatever, reach out. That's what this is all about.
Come on. Let's get the book of Proverbs 9, verse 8. David, these last few scriptures are for you. Proverbs 9, verse 8. Going out to David. Now the man, he wants to do good, Marty. And I know it. Because he communicates with me in the background, contrary to what others know. So I know the man's intent is good. But he's battling with other forces. And it's not good to battle them alone. You can't be an individual light because Ha-Shaitan is going to send his agents out.
Well, it's true, Kahan. It's true. He wants to be with you all the time because I know he does. He has to do something, and it's not up for anybody, for me to say, because I know I spoke to him last, and he was struggling with listening to someone else. Either you listen to the Most High, because he was happy over here. He was really happy, God, and you can't let other things creep in. He shouldn't have. And now he's fragmented like he was before. Not a good place.
Come on. Hey, the brother Jacob Wake Up is saying, ask you to speak with David again. Let's get that Proverbs 9 verse 8. Proverbs 9 verse 8 for David. Someone else just fell out. That was Marty.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 8. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee.
You see that? When the scriptures that we brought out today, it's probably causing a lot of discord and hate right now. They're probably saying, Taza Doc, man, I hate that dog. I hate him. Roger that. Thank you for your hate, man. I'm going to use that energy. Thank you. I give you some love for that hate.
Really hate the Most High, then that's what's the problem with him, because the Most High, you're speaking his words, God, and they probably hate the Creator if they're hating like that.
Come on.
Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There it is, David.
Khan.
He's back there, Khan,
Oh, I know he's back there. He just reached out. He just reached out with some charity. I know he's back there. What I'm telling you guys is he's always in the background, reaching out with charity. More so than some of the people that supposed to be devotees.
God, I just want to tell him we always love our family, David, because we do. We never turn our back on our family. Never do that. When they are truly our family, and I suggest that you really were family and you were a good family member. Never let anybody come between you and the Creator and your family, because we will always be here for you, because we love our whole family. It's true. Yep. Be that.
Is there anyone else? We're going to let them continue on with their feast. Benaya walking across the floor, man.
Yeah, everything's all good. That's bottomless pit number 2.
Yeah, man. I hope the food that they get filled off, Marty, is the spiritual food.
Come.
Not the physical food there, because from what I hear, man, it's really needed.
Absolutely, Khan. Spoke real truth today, Khan, like you always do, but a powerful message that needed to go out. And the people that may really need to have paid attention, I hope you're getting that. Not over here, not here, no more. And anybody else thinking about it, I insist that you do something else with your time, because it won't be.
Hey, General Yashabin, does Dwayne have zits on?
Khan, he does.
He had him when he came there?
Oh, no, that was yesterday. He ain't got him on today.
Yeah, someone need to hand him some zits, man. In the feast day with no zits on. Something, man. Give him some fringes, man.
Yeah, he was asking me about him yesterday. I point him in the right direction.
Yeah. I just seen him walking by, man. Give him some fringes and zeets. We're supposed to wear those throughout our generations, man. Numbers 15:38, man. That's a reminder of who we are. When you're about to do something wicked, you look down at your zeet. It's supposed to be a reminder, hey, man, I'm an Israelite. I'm not supposed to do this. You don't have your zeet so you can walk out and blend in. You see with the zeet, say, hey, man, what's that? Like, that's your opportunity to get another soul to come into the truth. So, well, you got the stuff hanging right there. Oh, great. Let's have a seat. Let me tell you. And they said, man, which was your name again? Hey, man, just Google Tazadak on YouTube, man. That's how you usually get them, man. That's how the Most High usually get them. Let me correct that. I don't get anyone. That's how the Most High used me to lure people in.
Yeah, I got called out at the farmer's market the other day. Someone, this lady was like, hey, shalom. And I was like, oh, shalom. And so I was looking, and I noticed a male was with a man afar off. So after grabbing some jackfruit, I'll circle back around to greet the brother that was with her. And it was from GOCC, and we was talking about keeping the high holy day Purim coming up. As soon as I told him that I was part of TDOC, he immediately cut off the conversation and fled. Didn't even get a chance to let him know about his zeets because he ain't have them on. His old man too, man, old guy. But you couldn't tell him apart from anybody else either.
Yeah, I mean, but with the whole thing, with the whole Rakai situation, man, a lot of them cats over there do just what they want to. I used to cut that camp a lot, man, because they allow the Edomites to come over there to the feast days. They intermarry with Edomites. A lot of wickedness going on over there, man.
Yeah, he was pretty excited at first, because I was gonna say, why didn't he say something when his wife said something?
Yeah, that shows you that their spirit is on, because that should have been taught. He wasn't even supposed to do that. But let's get Sirach 9 verse 9 real quick. That woman was off as hell. You marry, you're going to say shalom to another man because he's an Israelite. You're out of place. That's out of place right there. And she was probably the head of that household. She was probably lusting for you. I hate to say it, General Yashubin. That was probably a lust demon on her.
Yeah, I didn't go next to her. So I was wondering, when I seen him, I just took it upon myself to approach him. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9, verse 9. Sit not at all with another man's wife.
You don't sit near her. You don't talk to her. Nothing. Not at all. There's no reason for that. Not at all. What part of that don't you understand, GOCC? Not at all.
Nor sit down with her in thine arms.
And no hugs. See what Raymond was saying earlier? Nah, man. No hugging. Do not sit down with her in thy arms. It's the language of Raymond.
I stand corrected.
And spend not thy money with her. Oh, Salah.
You're not to talk to another man's wife at all. And you're damn sure not supposed to be alone with her. Read that part again. Y'all should be about not buying her no damn coffee, a drink. Oh, yeah, we just had a wine. Yeah, because Satan was right in between you. About to pour you together.
Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 9. Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine.
See that? Why we're not supposed to buy her a drink, y'all should be? No, it's okay. You too jealous. I'm gonna show you the wicked Eve. No, you too jealous. Why are you so jealous? He don't want me to talk to nobody because you're wicked. You daughter of adultery, because you're wicked. Read. Why not buy a drink? Let's see why.
Lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire, thy fall into destruction.
See that? Because of your lust, she's going to cause you to be put in the grave. Because you're going to start lusting for her. So you don't buy a new drink. You don't give her no hug. You don't even be with her one-on-one. That's another man's wife, man. That's it. Nothing to be said. You go and you look for General Yashabin. He's not home. You don't take that out. I'm going to wait right here. No, you're going to leave and come back. He's not here. You don't be talking to
Where
another
did he
man's
say
wife.
he's reading again?
Sirach 9 verse
Salaki.
9 in the Apocrypha. Sirach 9 verse 9 in the Apocrypha. The book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha.
Khan.
So you go to another man's house, man. You don't. Your wife's not even supposed to let the mailman in. The plumber. You come back when my husband is here. That's what the Lord's saying, man. I don't give a damn what the world says. What does the Most High say? That's what you're going to be judged by. The judge that's judging you, he has an ultimate judge. The real judge. And he's going to have a lot of blood on his hands for false judgment. Why? Because the Lord slapped. Let's get that real quick. Where's that? Habakkuk. Habakkuk, I think 1 verse 4, or either 4 verse 1. The Lord slacked. The Lord, the Most High, slacks. So true judgment is not going forth. Habakkuk. Habakkuk 1 verse 4.
Khan, the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 4. Therefore, the law is slacked.
Yeah, the Most High's laws are not going forth in this land. It's wickedness going forth. Read on.
And judgment doeth never go forth.
Yeah, the righteous judgment of the Most High is not going forth. What is judgment for a sodomite according to the book of Leviticus 20 and 13? You know what it is, but cool, we can't even talk it because they're trying to flag the account. So righteous judgment is not going forth. There's a judgment according to the Bible for these various lifestyles out here. So Habakkuk was saying the Lord is slack. Therefore, righteous judgment doesn't go forth. And this is why you're in the predicaments that you're in. This is why you're in the predicaments that you're in. Yeah, man. We got to change all of this, man. For real. All the bickering amongst the brethren. Most High doesn't like that thing. The Most High hates that thing. And we're gonna through the spirit of the Most High, we're gonna build a T-Doc up. We're more righteous people, man. We're getting rid of. I deleted 10 more people. That's why you see the emails getting smaller and smaller. I deleted 10 more people. And I'm gonna say this again, man. If you have a pending criminal case, don't come to T-Doc, man, until that's cleared up. We cannot have you around us. If you think you're slick and you're gonna be selling drugs and you're trying to hide behind us and trying to consider us a religious organization so that you could make it seem you could shield your wickedness with a righteous faith, don't come over here because the Most High is going to expose you. It will be brought out. One guy was able to do it for a while. The Most High put a spirit on his ass. The Most High put a spirit on his ass and exposed him. Exposed him. And the only thing he could say, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you are sorry, son of a gun. Sorry means substandard, degenerate. And that's exactly what he is. Because he put all of us at risk. Just keep away, man. We don't want that. I'm not saying, because in this system, the percentage of melanated men that gets confined is astonishing. So we understand you might have had something from your past. We're telling you don't come over here until it's cleared up. Tazadak is not the go-to guy for your wickedness that you've been doing in the world. And I don't help drug dealers, so stop asking me. Stop sending me emails. Oh, yeah, you're not to help with drug. Yeah, I know to help with drug charges. You go and do the time. You was pushing poison to our people, so eat that. Eat it. That comes along with your game that you was participating in. Now you don't want to pay for what you've done. You knew the consequences of the game before you went out there. You knew what you was dealing with. So now you got to eat that. But you won't even do that. You're a snitch. You'll go and snitch some other brother out. They see you. They know you got caught. They know you got caught. Heavy. You got charged with distribution, and they see you out in 30 days. Because you was talking. You ratted your brother out. Nobody likes a rat. Anybody like rats?
That's right, Khan. Hey, you know that whenever a dude get out when they've been doing something that should be upside down, see them back on the pavement, you're a snitch. Or you'd be in the box where you belong, right? Yeah, snitch.
Come on. And nobody likes someone like that. Not even cops, man. Nobody likes a snitch, man. Because you rat on someone else, man. That's no loyalty in snitching. There's no loyalty in snitches, man. People set traps for rats. That's what it is, man. But they always coming, man. Yeah, my brother in here. No, what is he in for? I always ask people, what are they in? No, I can't help him. You're going to have to eat that. Then they get angry and start calling me names. Okay, Roger that. Roger that. You're entitled to that. You call me whatever you want to call me. You're entitled to that. Now I'm really not going to help you. I've literally, real truth, man. I've literally had people mail hundreds of dollars to Taza Doc's, not mine, but Taza Doc's P.O. box. And I sent it back because it came from a correctional facility, and I know they don't correct anything. You have to correct yourself. It doesn't correct anything. In fact, it usually makes you worse. Unless you go in there and you afflict your soul. What I suggest to people that's confined like that, go to the law library, man. Get a Bible and change your life. First, you got to admit that you was doing wrong. You was doing wickedness. But what most people do, they come out with a plan of how to get over. I know the mistake I made. They can't get me again. This is what they do, man. I know about that life. I've been around cats like that, man. And some of them doing that 25 with an L. Some of them are written in the earth, 6 feet deep. And some of them can't get a just over broke because their lives are ruined because of it. My cousin right now, he walking in a damn crab house in Baltimore because he made that decision. So when you hustle, you better make sure your hustle is correct, legal, legitimate, lawful. So I'm not about that life, man. When I say hustle hard, I'm talking about hustling knowledge, making people better, making a positive impact on your brothers and sisters' lives, not pushing them poison. You're giving them a slow form of suicide, and you're so abased that you tell them, oh, well, you're not going to get it for somebody, so I may as well do it. Well, let them get it for someone else. It doesn't have to be you. How about that?
That's the spirit of hustle for sure.
Come. You're dealing death to your people, man, and have no remorse about it. Man, I'm going to tell you, man, I came up hard, man, and I knew dudes. I knew one dude that sold to his own mom. That's how abased some people are, man. To your own mom?
Doing suicide, and you're still a base, but you tell them, oh, well, you know, we're going to somebody. So I may as well do it. Well,
That's all I have, man. Terrence, come on in here, man. Terrence, why weren't you on here for this Purim, man? You might have 1 foot, but you're going to have 3 when we see you. Because you're going to have one of my feet up your behind. You're going to have one of Marty's up your behind. So we're going to call you 3 feet. Terrence from Texas. You see he's on there, Marty, with the title 1 foot. Well, you got 3 now. You're going to have a foot for me and a foot for Marty.
Yeah, well, he may as well add mine to it too, and that make him a 4-legged animal.
You're gonna be a 4-legged animal because when I'm gonna kick you so hard, it's gonna get stuck. He come on at the end of Purim.
Yes.
Let me put the link in the room. Terrence from Texas, man. 4 feet. Come on in the room. There you go, Terrence. Click on that link. Come on in. Come on down. I saw him back there. One foot. Let's get Yahshua, man. He quoting verses. Yahshua, chapter 1, verse 8. Let me get that, man. Terrence for Texas, come on in the room, man. It's not snowing over there anymore. Yahshua 1 verse 8. This book of the Lord shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success. Come on. He's now give him this, man. He's a very learned guy, man. Terrence from Texas is. And he's pretty good in spitboxing. Come on in, Terrence. Been missing in action, man. I think I seen his number flash up on my phone a couple days ago. Click on that link, Terrence. What y'all about to do over there? Yasha Beam dance? Hey, you twins, man. I need my money. Most I will, I'm gonna see you for the Passover, and I want my money. Talking Yasha Beam 2 sons, man.
That's his voice.
Yeah. Well, you coming to the camera? Yeah, buddy. I want my money, man. I came to the screen. I'm gonna need my money from you, man. When I see you, man, I need my money from you. You owe me, man. Go in your bank and give me your money. He said, you don't know, man. You got toys now, man. Hey, 4 foot, come on up in here. They got a remote control car, man. I still play with those now sometime, Marty.
I got a couple of drones. I like to.
Yeah, I got a drone somewhere in storage, man.
Mike and Zay.
There, Kahan tells the doc, I got one of those drones too, and
my bad. The audio went out, and that's why I was trying to get Richard's phone back to the StreamYard on the audio. But no, I was just passing out the gifts to the children. I had some stuff for for your boys, but we have to save that for the next one.
Oh yeah. They
man.
Yeah,
It's all good.
They just starting to want to do computer stuff, man.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, yeah, we ain't got that much longer left here, so we're gonna go ahead and sign out and get this place cleaned up.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it, Khan.
All right.
Shalom.
Hey, Terrence, come on over here, man. Terrence from Texas. Let me give him a call, man.
Great job, Yashabin.
Terrence from Texas is literally not trying to come on here, man. Yeah, man. I surmise I'll see you guys later tonight, man, at 8:30. The brother Kendrick's gonna come on and give a testimony. For right now, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down, man. And so I'm gonna say shalom, and everyone be safe, man.
Shalom, Kahan. Thank you for
Shalom.
everything you do.
Brother.
Shalom, shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shalom, brothers.